This video you're about to see was back when I was deciding whether or not I was going to do daily videos. This was back in July, August, September, October, November, December, 5 months before Adam the Woo passed away. This was the second one. If you guys remember back, it was either earlier in July that I did a random video where I was leaving and the camera fell off the dashboard and I was just trying to show you guys a regular raw day. Well, this video is completely raw. I did no editing in this video. I took off the last 4 clips because there was a camera issue and it was all silent and there was nothing to see or do. But everything that's in this video from this point on is 0 editing. I didn't do anything. All I did was lower the volume so it didn't clip. I didn't color grade it. I didn't make any cuts. This is all raw clips dropped in for you guys to watch because it's here. I have it. If I shot it, it's going to go on YouTube. So enjoy or don't enjoy, but here it is. Day number 2. Start video 2 here. Just for that very reason. The Anioke's been shipped. The Luckkeep one has been shipped. The Luckkeep one. It's the other one with the alarm. I was watching some reviews about that bike. People like it. They say it's a good bike. It does look weird. But the Anioke looks pretty weird too, so. I remember the first time I saw the Anioke, I didn't like it. Now I fucking love it, so. Oh, I don't know that you knew him very well, but we lost Ken yesterday or the day before yesterday. Our photographer friend. Huh? Yeah, Ken Razor. I just talked to him on Friday too on the phone. Yeah, I went to see him, and he was fine. Well, he wasn't fine, but you know what I mean. He was close to fine. Yeah, he looked good, and he was getting better, and then all of a sudden he was just gone. I don't get it. I have serious questions about our healthcare industry. I really do. morning. Time for another glorious day of work. Isn't that what we all love? Getting up early to go to work. I'm not too particularly fond of it myself. I mean, we only do it because we gotta eat. Oh, there's a fly in here. Oh, fuck out of my car. What the hell's wrong with you? He's probably still in there somewhere. Anyway, close the garage. Let's go to work, shall we? Every time I come to this fucking 7-Eleven, they do this to me. Every time. I gotta walk back in the fucking store. I swear, every time I come here, I gotta go into the store twice just to fill up with gas once. Let's try this again. There we go. For some damn reason, I gotta flip the nozzle upside down at 7-Elevens. It won't stay pumping in my Jeep. Now, I get to go to work finally. I wonder if this light will stay green while I'm trying to get out of that. Nope, there's gonna be so many cars, the light's gonna turn red on me. I know it is. It always does. Yep, it did. Damn it. It never works when I come out of the driveway to the light for it to be green. It's always red. Every single time. It always turns red right when I come out of the driveway. I should have went down the street, flipped a bitch, came back and made a right and went up. But oh well, it is what it is. Now you want to turn green while I'm trying to take a cup of now you want to turn green while I'm trying to take a drink of hot coffee. I've worn coffee to work many a day. Put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt. There you go. Look at all the lights coming on the dashboard. I got the engine light. I got the stop-start light. My poor Jeep's falling apart. And Teresa's amazing husband, Bruce, has been helping me figure out what's wrong with this thing. I just think it's on its last legs anymore. I really do. Just one more thing, really. Just one more thing to pile up on this stack of what else can go wrong. Oh. Man, this is gonna be a weird clip. The gimbal was giving me an error. Anyway, it's just one more thing to stack on the pile of shit that life hands out every now and then. And I just wonder when I finally get to burn this pile. You know what I mean? You ever notice kids don't get sick until you're broke. Anytime you have a lot of money, everything is not a lot of money. Anytime you're financially free for, you know, any given length of time, any short length of time, there's never any issues. But when that money's gone, that's when everything comes off the rails. It's just life. There's a truck hauling ass behind me. I'm already speeding and he was like really hauling ass. Shit. Speed racer. Cars flying by me like I'm standing still and I'm doing. This is one of the things. I think I talk too fast when I vlog sometimes. And the words come out all jumbled up. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. That's the other thing. The older I get, I seem to forget shit more. Does that happen to you? Is that only me? Damn, that place is huge. I look forward to this less and less every day. You know, and it's not even the company. My last company I worked for, I hated them. I hated everybody there. I hated the way they did business. I hated the way they took the trade that I came up in, that I've been involved in my entire career. And they turned it into a bank. They turned it into spreadsheets and bottom lines. They don't even have tradesmen anymore, and that's the other thing. They've concentrated so much on making money and forgot about quality that they don't even have actual tradesmen anymore. It's just, they're called installers now. So they got a bunch of guys who also aren't tradesmen prefabbing the material to go out to the job sites based off of CAD and Revit programs that literally give you a big picture of all the plumbing you're putting in, like an erector set, like Legos. So these guys in the shops, they get these big how-to pictures, like kind of like an IKEA installation guide, and they go out and they either glue or solder all the pipes into the fittings, and then they bundle it all up and send it out to the job, and then another installer's on the job and he gets a piece of paper that tells him how to put it together. Mind you, none of these people know why they're doing what they're doing. Their only why that they know is that I'm doing this to get a paycheck, but they don't know why this fitting is turned this way, or this has to go this way, or how many fixture units go on this size of pipe, or why we have to use this size of pipe in this particular application. Nobody knows that. So the tradesman's gone. They say that on these job sites that there has to be at least one journeyman to watch over so many people, but it's not regularly enforced. So you might have a foreman out there, but the only thing he's good at directing is unloading a bundle of erector set pieces off a truck, handing out the directions, and making sure they're gluing and soldering the stuff together. Actually, we don't even hardly use copper that much anymore. Now they use PEX. They use this stuff called Wiersbo. It's just, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I kind of don't like doing this anymore. But I mean, 40 years of doing the same trade. And don't get me wrong, my trade has saved my ass so many times. There's been a lot of Christmases when the kids were growing up when I just didn't have the money, and I would go out and do side work. I built whole houses for contractors that were friends of mine, whole custom homes. I'd give them a price to do the whole house from the undergrounds all the way through finish. All they had to do is buy the material, and I'd go and put it all in. And I would go and hustle and do as much as I could. I was a lot younger then. I was in my late 20s, early 30s then, and it was easy then. Not anymore. I don't do side work anymore. I'm too old for that shit. Plus, Nevada's pretty strict on all that. They had I think you can still do it, but I haven't done side work in, I don't know, 15 years. They had this thing where it was called an owner builder permit. So as long as the owner, if this was their house, they were going to live in this house, and they pulled the permit as owner builder, then the contractors board says you can do your own plumbing. So then they would hire someone like me to come and do their plumbing and say that they did it. And then I would be there for the inspections and everything to make sure everything went okay, and never had an issue. I probably built 100 houses or more in my 40 years as a plumber, just on the side. Here, San Diego, I built one of those big golf ball looking houses in San Diego. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those big weird ball looking things. Kind of looks like a golf ball when they're done. I did one of those. That was interesting, especially the way all the water lines and vents and everything have to go up those walls like that to get out the roof. Crazy. Anyway, I'm almost to work. I'll be there in a second. I'm just rambling. I seriously don't want to be here today. I have other stuff I need to be doing. So this is lunch. Let me do this. I don't want my office to see me walking out. I don't want my office to see me walking out with a microphone stuck on me. So I tucked it in my shirt because I don't leave my gear in the car in the heat. That loud noise, you guys probably hear that in the background is my air conditioning. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up that loud or not, because it is currently 108 degrees out here. And maybe our lunch hours will be for rambling. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't figured out how to do this yet. I've had a lot going through my head lately with all the crap that's been going on in Vegas. Plus, Ken passing away this past weekend was a lot to take in. And plus work, and I don't sleep. And e-bike videos and everything else. It's just kind of all going in one ear and out the other, but no complaining. I'm very, very thankful for everything I've gotten as far as the e-bike sponsorships and everything. Well, I don't know if you can call them sponsorships, but you know, the review bikes. the gifted review bikes, I guess you could call it. It's just, I'm very grateful for all that. And I know a lot of people want me to do Vegas content. There's already 350 channels doing Vegas content. I'm going to do content in Vegas, whether it be e-bike or Lake Mead or whatever. That's what I'm going to do. Now, hang on, I got to fix this mic. I see it peaking. Honestly, don't know if that's better or not. It's still peaking. Weird. And I have the gain turned down on it. Maybe I need to turn it down a little more. Maybe I just talk too loud. Probably. When you got a deep voice, these things happen. So, there was a couple reasons why I got into e-bikes. Since I was a teenager, I've loved bicycles. Because everybody's like, Mark, why don't you just do e-motos or motorcycles? Because I like bikes. I can ride an e-bike places you can't ride a motorcycle, and it'll fit in and out of places, and it'll do... There's just more for me to do on a bike than there is a motorcycle. I'm not a motorcycle guy. And the other reason was, I just thought it would be fun to test out new tech. And e-bikes are new tech, and they're getting better and better as the years progress. These bikes are pretty badass. But there's one thing, and by the time you guys get to see this video, I don't know if it will arrive yet, but there's something I consider an accomplishment, or I wouldn't call it a goal, because I really never set it as a goal. It was more of a hope and a wish, maybe even a little bit of a dream. But there are a few bikes that sit on top of the pedestal that you only see, well, for a while, you only saw the really big YouTube channels that do e-bikes would be offered these bikes. And there were some smaller channels that were getting these bikes, but these smaller channels were getting good feedback and good views on the videos. And I never thought, even though my channel's not big, but it's also not small, I'm bigger than some of the channels. Okay, let me rechange that. Or let me not rechange it, just let me change it. My channel is bigger than some of the channels that were getting the bikes. So I was honored and considered it, what's the word I'm looking for? I considered it a big achievement, a major achievement, that one of these bike companies that sit on top of that pedestal is sending me a bike to review, to keep. I'm so excited. I wanted to scream to the house. Actually, I got the email at like 2:30 in the morning. I got up to go to the restroom, and I rolled over and looked at my phone, and there it was. There was the email, and I just like, oh my God. And I think I woke Rosie up. She's like, what? I go, oh, nothing. I mean, I told her the next day, but it was cool. To me, it's what I worked on all these e-bike things for, was to get to that particular level of reviewing bikes. And it's not about reviews, guys. I love to do the reviews, but I try to do my reviews a little bit differently. It seems like there are two really good channels that I watch that review e-bikes, and all the channels below them are basically copycats of those two channels. Well, I'll put it to you like this. There's one channel in particular that just like everybody copies. And it's a great channel. His channel's called Tail Happy TV. And it's like I watch these other bike reviewers and they all copy him. They all do we're going to test right here, and they put the list of things they're going to test and all that stuff. And I get it to some extent, to some point. We're all copying each other because there's really only certain ways to do things. An unboxing is an unboxing. I try to make my unboxings look a little bit different than the way he does his, but I don't do the whole test thing. I do hill climb tests, I do speed tests, I do things like that, but I don't do it the same way they do it. These guys basically like
copied his channel, and they're just doing it, and their channels are growing from it. And that's fine. I won't do it that way. But I looked at them and I watched them get this bike that I wanted. There's actually a few bikes that I'd love to review and look at. And I watched them get these bikes, and I just thought, that is so cool. That is so cool that this company likes your channel so much, or believes in you so much that they sent you this bike that cost as much as a car. And then I got one, and I couldn't believe it. It just, the whole thing just blew me away. So that's coming. And like I said, I guess this will just be rambling lunch hours. This is the part of the video where nobody will watch anymore. And you know, YouTube does a funny thing. They show you how much of a video is being watched. And I believe the highest watch, like, it's not the highest watched video I ever have, but the longest watch time I've had on any video is a little over 20 minutes, and that was on an hour-long video. So then YouTube turns around and bases all your other videos off that 20 minutes. So if I post an hour-long video and you guys watch 20 minutes of it, YouTube gives me a big thumbs up. They give me a little green arrow that points up. Look at all this view you got on this video, even though your thumbnail sucks and they're not watching anything else. But then I post a video that's 8 minutes long, and you guys only watch 4 minutes of that, which is half the video, which is about right, but pretty good. YouTube gives me a big arrow down because you didn't watch 20 minutes of an 8-minute video. It blows me away how YouTube works. It really does. But what are you going to do? Anyway, to me, it was a really big achievement that they sent that bike out. I'm hoping to see, there's a couple other ones. You guys will see that bike soon. You'll know it's the bike because I'm gonna have a big smile on my face and be all giddy, like a school kid. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have a good time. And yes, it is a long range e-bike. So looking forward to a long trip on that. Only problem is 108, 110, 111, 112 degree days are not days that I'm gonna be riding an e-bike. So Alex and I have to get up super early in the morning and do some of this stuff, or I'll have to get up on my own early in the morning and do it, depending on what Alex is doing. But this is my lunch break. I've been sitting in the car a little over 11 minutes, and it's just now cooling down. It's kind of a trip. I'm looking at you guys, the way I set this camera up. It's kind of a trip how this little camera works. I know you guys are looking at me. My phone's like covering my face, but I can actually control the camera like this with my phone. I literally have my phone, I literally have the camera lying on my steering wheel. And there's these little controls right here that let me move the camera around and look at you, and it's weird. I'm watching what it does. That's a trip. Whoa, hey, let's not go over there. The whole purpose of this was not to look at anything else other than my fat ass in the car. Let me try to, this thing is really, really responsive. There, that's better. Yeah, it's crazy. I can do all kinds of stuff with this little camera. And I'm boring the shit out of you, I know it, but I just wanted to see if I could lay the camera there and then see it. I mean, this is, which is really goofy because you guys are seeing it anyway. I have it up on the screen so you can see what I was doing. The little orange dot you see up on the left-hand side of the screen recording is the recorder I'm using to record my phone while I record me sitting in the car. Crazy, right? I don't know what else I can do with this thing. I can change a lot. I can see, where is my audio? Hopefully the audio is working. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know. Let me look. Is the green bar up there? Oh yeah, it's going. So my microphone's hooked up. But it's weird because I can't see the audio on the phone. Does it show you guys when I turn it? Yeah, it's showing it to you. That's a trip. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my lunch. Next clip will probably be me driving home. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my lunch. I'll see you guys on the drive home.
And that right there is where it dropped out. There was a drive home. It was completely silent and there was nothing to look at. So I just took those clips out. I don't even know what I said because there's no audio was recorded. I don't know what happened. My camera had a mistake or something. But anyway, that's the daily for today. Let me know what you think. Like I said, none of it was edited. I literally grabbed all the clips in the media pool. I hit Control A so they would highlight all of them. I dropped them down into the timeline. I adjusted the volume. I rendered it out. I put it on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. Kind of different than what I normally do. I know that I've said I've put raw videos up before, but this is 100% raw. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.